My fellow patriots and guardians of liberty, through our evolution as a nation, we have traversed the rugged mountains of independence, hiked the plains of political experimentation, and perambulated the vast canyons of disunity. This is a simple summation of our victories as an infantile nation. But now, friends, we are standing at the edge of the despondent desert of expansionism. Do not despair, for we are a strong nation, lushly fed with the apples of experience and infallibly armored by manifest destiny. No Whig or foreign nation can rob us of our destiny which commands us to rescue those who should desire to come into our union from the tyrannical talons of Mexico and the conniving Great Britain. No groping hands shall deprive us of our God-given right to expand. As I have once declared, I regard the question of annexation as belonging exclusively to the United States.
After the establishment of an independent Lone Star Republic, Americans began pouring into the Texas boundaries. It had much land, while much of the land in the Old South had been overused, and thus it would be impossible to harvest more cotton. It became a land of opportunity for many, as many settlers such as these moved into the area.
I really can't wait to move to Texas. I want some of that cheap land.
Sorry to disappoint you, but you ought to rethink your track.
How do you mean?
Well, several years ago, 8 to be exact, Sam Houston, the ex-Tennessee governor, now president of Texas, was a hero liberating the ancillary Texas from Santa Ana's suffocating grasp. But Houston was unable to completely silence Santa Ana.
Ah, yes. I remember the Lone Star Rebellion. Remember the Alamo.
Alamo. Horror that those Texans faced at the hands of those savage Mexicans. In the end, they really did rally the troops, but that really did Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. He's a warmongering, vile little filth. But if I remember correctly, these presidents no longer hovers over Texas.
Well, Mexico still believes Texas is in a chattel and blames us for America for spoiling it, but Santa has this grudge against Texas. It's really crippled free abilities in Texas. Their failure to recognize the reality of Texas one day will lead to war, I say.
If Santa Ana continues to threaten Texas and America, can...
Ale?
Thank you. I would like some ale.
More ale, please. Thank you. If Santa Ana continues to threaten the lives of Mexican Americans, why do you continue your journey in vain?
To expand. It's alright, you know? Those beautiful grasslands have been described. Back in America, it's way too crowded. But we need some more room to spare, you know? And you?
I just want my cheap land. And, got some, misunderstandings with the,
law
authorities.
Whoa.
I'm incognito hat, see?
Yeah, it's got a Russian hat. I don't understand where you got it.
I'm incognito.
Oh.
Ale, please.
Barkeep.
Richard Pakenham, representing British interests abroad.
Antonio Lopez de Santa Ana, representing Mexican Foreign Affairs.
Jolly good to meet you.
You too.
George Hockley, representing Texas government in peace.
Bloody hell, nice tie.
Proceed. Ladies first.
So, let it be heard that these negotiations shall not leave the bowels of this room to the outside where they may corrupt the minds of the hopeful. These negotiations are for our purposes only.
The hidden intentions of Santa Anna's oppressive government are of all concern. His invasion of the Yucatan perfectly refutes our conciliatory intentions. However, it is best in the interest of Texas to preserve the peace, and we have our independence declared and represented by the mother.
Our oppressive government is not of the sort. We advocate peace and compliance in its jurisdiction. But there is unfinished business between Texas and its mother. The several raids done upon Texan soil was for the sole purpose of preserving our child from manipulative ways of the Americans. Their ways will cause anarchy within your boundaries.
Britain has long been interested in setting up an empire abroad. Santa Anna is correct in that the American government itself is a manipulative regime out to exploit Texan cotton-rich fields. We are well aware that Texas would collaborate with Britain to gain her independence. Let's just slide out. We're in Mexico City now, but the weather is terribly awful.
Yeah, it's terrible signs for negotiations, but what can you expect of such a fractured Mexican-American relationship? I mean, it's incredibly naive to think we'll get anything from these negotiations. We've made claims against them for $3 million, damages meant to our citizens. We've gone against them and annexed Texas. They removed their minister from Washington, and then they severed diplomatic relations. We've had the gall to go even claim that the Rio Grande is the correct Texas border instead of the Nueces River.
We have been given $25 million to offer Mexico for California. It would be absurd if they refused this amazing offer.
Do not begin to think so definitively. As much as the United States desires California, as much as we viewed our future, requiring anything in negotiations will be difficult at best.
Yes, but there is one more problem. There are rumors going around that Great Britain wishes to buy Texas for themselves. We cannot let this happen. It would mar American pride.
I fear for the lives lost in the name of American pride, then.
Let us walk. The Mexican diplomat is near. Here he is.
Sir, I have a message for you concerning the status of California.
No voy a aguantar sus insultos.
What's his problem?
Due to years of resistance by the Whig Party, who feared the expansion of slavery into further territories, annexation of Texas had to wait until the election of James Polk in 1844. Finally, Congress admitted Texas on December 29, 1845 into the Union, where it became a new shining star under the flag. Annexation, however, meant possible conflict with Mexico, and as it would so happen, on the Rio Grande.
Hey, are you sleeping on guard duty? This is the Rio Grande. It needs awesome guard control. Why are you sleeping?
Sorry, sir. I was up all night reading my AP U.S. history book.
Bad excuse. This is bad, soldier. You will be reprimanded for your lack of duties.
But sir, I just got up to chapter 16 about slaves. Slaves.
No matter, I have no slaves. I am a pure abolitionist. You will lose your duty as a soldier in the U.S. Army. Do you understand, soldier?
Yes, sir.
Now get back to duty. Soldier, look alive! Under attack!
Since 1836, when Texas declared its independence from Mexico, the Latin country has still failed to show any recognition of Texas as an independent state. They view the Lone Star Republic as a revolting province that would be their property in the end. Mexico threatened war if America ever tried to take Texas as one of its own. The Texans were forced to create a costly military, scared that Mexico and its army that clearly outnumbered theirs would attack again. Mexico did make 2 harsh yet ineffective raids. This forced Texas into negotiating with Great Britain and France in order to gain more defenses. This, however, challenged the Monroe Doctrine, leading the Americans into the situation.